up, nerds? My name is Leslie Smith. Welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. Today, I will be going over my December TBR. These are the books that I have chosen to read based on the prompts for the Reindeer Readathon. If you haven't seen that announcement video, I will have it linked down in the description below, as well as in the cards. Check that out. Sign up if you haven't already. Get on a team. I am hosting Team Candy Cane. You can't request my team. You sign up with the form and you get assigned one automatically, but all of the teams are fantastic. All of my co-hosts will be linked in the description below, so if you sign up, you want to familiarize yourself with your captain, you can just click on their name. It'll take you right to their channel where you can get familiar with them. There's a Discord you can join and have fun chatting with your team as well as everyone else participating. It's a great time and I would love to have you. Without further ado, let's run through the books that I'm planning to read in December and the prompts from the readathon that those books are going to fulfill. So the first prompt on the list is Dasher, which is to finish a series or pick up a book that you started and put down. If neither of these are options, read a short story or a novella. For this one, I don't have the physical book in my hands yet because I am filming it before the book comes out, but I will be picking it up from my Barnes & Noble the day that it comes out. That is Sue Lynn Tan's Heart of a Sun Warrior. I read Daughter of the Moon Goddess earlier this month. Loved it. 5-star read. I cannot wait to see what Heart of the Sun Warrior is going to be. I am so excited to return to Sue Lynn Tan's writing style. Just absolutely gorgeous, lyrical, beautiful, not overdone, not too purpley, just right, as Goldilocks herself would say. So I am very excited to read this one. The next prompt is Dasher, a book with a cursive, flowy, elegant font on the cover. For this prompt, I have a collection of short stories I'm going to read. I'm going to read the whole thing so it'll count as one book for the prompt. But this is the Valancourt book of Victorian Christmas ghost stories. You know this horror lover had to have some sort of spookiness on her TBR, and look at this cover. The ornaments on the Christmas tree are skulls, but look at the pretty font. There's different kinds of pretty font here, so that is why I chose this one for that prompt. The next prompt is PRANCER, a book with your favorite season on the cover or has colors from your favorite season in it. I don't have a physical copy of this book. This is Bad Cree by Jessica Johns. I saw this one on NetGalley. It sounded amazing. I had to have it. But those trees that are bare of branches, that says fall to me. The red background says spooky season. And Halloween is my favorite time of year. I'm already counting down the days until September gets here because that's when Halloween Horror Nights returns at Universal Studios, which is where I live for 2 months out of the year. So excited. The next prompt is VIXEN, a book you want to read but think it might be overhyped. Now for this one, I didn't have a book that I was planning to read this month that I felt was overhyped. So I don't have one for this one. That could change. There are some books for November that I still haven't finished that could get pushed to December that might fill that prompt. So it's possible. But for now, it's open. Next up, we have COMET, a book with an astronomical word in the title, sun, moon, star, sky, etc. I'm going to fill this one with a book that I'm reading for the SPSFC competition, which SPSFC, if you're not familiar, that is self-published science fiction competition, which is going on right now. My team has chosen their 6 quarterfinalists. We're reading all 6 books to determine who's going to be our top 3. One of those is A Space Girl from Earth, which qualifies for this prompt because it has Earth in it, which coincidentally is the only astronomical object known to harbor life. Yeah, y'all didn't know y'all were gonna get a science lesson, did you? For the CUPID prompt, which is a book with a favorite trope in it, I am going to continue my reread of Harry Potter, and I'll be reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Favorite trope, found family. My friends, you know, found family is my favorite trope. Family that chooses you rather than accepts you because you're blood. There's nothing greater except for when somebody gives you a book. For the Donner prompt, which is a book you want to read but you're not a fan of the cover, I'm gonna go with Pew by Catherine Lacey. This is my Patreon pick of the month. The premise sounds really interesting. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, but that cover, y'all, just It ain't it, sis. I would not pick this one up for the cover, so it's a good thing that the premise is amazing. Evie and I are actually going to buddy read this one. I'm so excited. We have so many favorite books that we've shared together through buddy read that just makes it an even more special and memorable reading experience. So I'm very excited. For the BLITZEN prompt, which is to use a random number generator to pick a number between 0 and 9, and whatever number it lands on, your book has to end on that number. My random number generator picked 5, which coincided with the book that the Wine and Crime Book Club will be reading in December, which is The Violin Conspiracy by Brendan Slocum. I believe the ending page number was 325, which satisfied that prompt. That's one I have to read from a book club anyway. If you want to read it with the Wine and Crime Book Club, link is in the description below to the Discord. We chat about it as we read it, and then there's a live show at the end of the month. Join us if you are a fellow thrill seeker. Love to have you. The final prompt is Rudolph, and that is to start a new series. For this one, I will be reading Joseph Sells' Prince of the Wasteland. This is the first book in his series, the Book of the Thrice Dead. This book is already available for purchase. The rest of the series is going to be coming out February through May, 1 book per month. I feel like this is going to be Joseph Sells' legacy series, his Dark Tower. I'm so excited to be reading this and reviewing it. I've read so many other things by Joseph Sells, and I've loved it no matter what style he writes in. It's just gorgeous, beautiful, deep thinking. So excited, and I'm in love with this cover. That just, look at that. What does that say to you? Can't wait. So there are a few ways you can get bonus points for your team. One of the books that you choose for your TBR that meets one of the reindeer prompts, if it's in one of these formats, you get bonus points. The first one is Christmas Star. That's a book over 500 pages. When I tell y'all how surprised I was, this is the first month all year. Not a single book on my TBR is over 500 pages. How is that possible? How? I can't believe it. But I have too many books on my TBR to add a 500 pager, so I'm just gonna have to miss out on that one. The next opportunity for bonus points is Christmas Lights, which is to read an ebook. Fortunately, Bad Cree by Jessica Johns is a book that I will be reading off NetGalley as an ebook, so I have that one. The next way to get bonus points is Christmas Carols. If one of your books for your reindeer prompts you consume as an audiobook, you will complete that prompt and secure those bonus points for your teams. But wait, that's not all. There's one final way to get extra points for your team, and that is through slaying it. This means you have completed all the prompts, your bonus prompts, and then you can choose one prompt to repeat. Unfortunately, at time of recording, I don't even have a book for all of the prompts, and then I have some extra books that I've already committed to that don't fulfill prompts, so I probably won't be getting the slaying it points, but I'll still be slaying it, you know what I mean? I do have a few more books that I'm planning to read. First on the list, my husband and I will be continuing our buddy read of the Penguin Random House audio publishing versions of the Star Wars High Republic series. We will be listening to The Rising Storm by Cavan Scott. I will be reading another one of the top 6 books chosen by Team Book Invasion for SPFFC. That will be The Trellis by Jules Cantor. A self-published book that I accepted for review and assigned it for this month is The Pain Eater by Kyle Muntz. I am so excited to read this book just for the cover. I will be joining the Codex Cantina as we look at another country's way of celebrating Christmas. And we do that by reading Christmas stories from that country and exploring different traditions and things that country does. The country this year is Italy, and we will be reading A Very Italian Christmas. If you would like to join us, I will have that information linked down in the description box below. The last book that will deck the halls of my December TBR will be Quality Land. I will be buddy reading this with Una, who is from the Codex Cantina. Crypto has already read it and loved it, so we're going to be reading it and talking about it with him and just having a great time talking books, which is what we all love to do here on BookTube. Thank you so much for watching. If you are participating in the Reindeer Readathon, I am so excited. Sound off down in those comments below. Tell me what team you're on and how much fun you're having, and tell me about all the friends you have made in your team. If you haven't signed up yet, I'll have that information linked below if you would like to do so. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.